All right, good morning, everyone. Tony Laporta here with TonyLaporta.com. Anyhow, I sent that email out last night, and this video today, I'm putting it out on Twitter, to all the people that want to watch my morning webcast but not pay $4 a day for the service. I mean, it's crazy because you and I all know that the trade I put out last night, thanks to the pivot points, thanks to the high probability bullish trade in the E-mini S&Ps, was worth $500 on a one lot. So I got an email from Scott who said, and I sent it out and I said, okay, here's our targets, 69.25 in the E-mini S&Ps and then 73.75. And I'm going to discuss this trade in the trade room in the morning. Well, I've discussed it, but he obviously couldn't make it, so he asked me, can you do a YouTube video on it? I thought, well, why not? I'll do the webcast. So this is for all you that weren't in the room this morning. Look at your pivot points. I put those pivot points out before Globex opened. And one below the pivot. The pivot is, what is the pivot? Hold on, let me go look at the pivot. I think the pivot is like 65.75. The pivot is 25.65.75. The first point below the pivot. Go to the intricacies of the pivot points at TonyLaporta.com. The first point below the pivot is 25.62. If that first point holds and the market trades back above the pivot, you have a target of 25.69.25 and then 25.73.75. Those are R1 and R2. Market traded up. When I woke up this morning, the high was 25.74.5. I had sold my longs at 73.75. I didn't sell them all because I still think the market's going higher. But I sold a good portion of my longs, and as I'm doing this video, the market's 73.5 at 73.75. That's a high probability bullish trade. It's in the intricacies. On a one lot, even if you waited until the market broke above the pivot, that's a $200 to $300 to $400 trade on a one lot overnight. So that's my small explanation of the pivot points. And that's all I'm going to give you here. You've read my early morning thoughts. You know what I think about the market. Yesterday we bought that 10 handle correction. All of it. Everything. I love when the pieces of the puzzle come together, and they're coming together this morning. So have a good look at that DAX chart, and because that's one of our keys moving forward here into the end of the day today and into next week. That's a serious bottoming formation there. Have a look at it. That's about all I have. This is Tony Laporta with TonyLaporta.com signing off. If you need to email me, if you have any questions, email me at Tony@TonyLaporta.com. Cheers.